Most gardeners think growth comes from fertilizer bags and watering cans, but the real secret to explosive harvests is hiding beneath your feet. Right now, in your soil, there's a living universe of microbes that can transform weak plants into thriving powerhouses, if you know how to unlock them. This isn't guesswork or gardening folklore, it's about biohacking your soil with natural tools that awaken billions of invisible allies working around the clock to feed, protect, and energize your crops. Once you learn how to switch on this underground engine, your plants will grow faster, resist disease better, and produce harvests you never thought possible. Soil isn't just dirt. It's a dynamic living system filled with bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and even tiny nematodes. Together they form what's called the soil microbiome, a network that decides how much nutrition your plants actually receive. You could pour fertilizer day after day, but without active microbes, your plants absorb only a fraction of it. Microbes are the real converters, breaking down organic matter, fixing nitrogen from the air, and unlocking minerals trapped in the soil so roots can access them. The healthier your soil microbiome, the less you need to rely on chemical boosters. One of the biggest mistakes gardeners make is treating plants as the only thing that needs to eat. In reality, it's the microbes that must be fed first. Think of them as the chefs in the underground kitchen. If you feed them right, they'll prepare nutrient-rich meals for your plants every single day. The simplest way to start is by adding organic matter, compost, worm castings, and even finely chopped crop residues. These act as slow-release fuel for microbes. But you can go a step further by brewing microbial teas which supercharge their population and activity. A well-made compost tea can transform tired soil into a thriving microbial hub. Here's a formula you can use at home. Take 2 cups of high-quality compost or worm castings, place it inside a porous cloth bag, and steep it in 5 gallons of dechlorinated water. Add 2 tablespoons of unsulfured molasses to feed the microbes during brewing, and let the mixture aerate with a small aquarium pump for 24 to 36 hours. Once the tea smells earthy and pleasant, it's ready to use. Apply it by drenching the soil around your plants or as a foliar spray. This not only adds beneficial microbes but also wakes up dormant ones already living in your soil. Beyond compost teas, biofertilizers are a cutting-edge way to biohack your soil. These products contain living microbes specifically chosen for their ability to fix nitrogen, solubilize phosphorus, and release potassium. Unlike chemical fertilizers, which can burn roots if misused, biofertilizers work in harmony with the soil ecosystem. To apply, just mix 1 tablespoon of a liquid biofertilizer, concentrate into 1 liter of water, and drench the root zone of your plants once every 2 weeks. This small step can significantly boost plant growth while reducing dependency on synthetic inputs. Perhaps the most powerful soil allies you can recruit are mycorrhizal fungi. These fungi physically connect to plant roots, extending their reach into the soil by forming a massive underground network. Through this network, plants gain access to water and nutrients from areas they could never reach on their own. To establish this relationship, dust plant roots with a mycorrhizal inoculant at planting time, or mix 1 teaspoon of powdered inoculant into 1 gallon of water and apply it directly to the soil around young plants. Once colonized, these fungi can remain active for years, continually supporting plant growth. Compacted soil suffocates microbes because it blocks air and water movement. If your garden soil feels hard or lifeless, the first step is to aerate it physically with a broad fork or by layering organic mulch on top. Mulch not only reduces evaporation but also creates the perfect moist and shaded environment where microbes thrive. Over time, earthworms and microbes break down the mulch into humus, naturally improving soil structure. To speed up the revival process, spray a diluted compost tea every 2 weeks. This keeps the microbial cycle active while the soil heals. Another exciting way to biohack your soil is through fermented plant extracts. These are made by fermenting nutrient-rich plant materials such as comfrey, nettle, or even banana peels. To create your own, chop 1 kilogram of plant material, mix it with 1 liter of molasses, and store in an airtight container for 7 to 10 days until fermentation is complete. To apply, dilute 2 tablespoons of the extract into 1 liter of water and use it as a soil drench or foliar spray. The fermentation process multiplies beneficial microbes while releasing growth hormones and micronutrients that plants quickly absorb. The goal of soil biohacking isn't just a single-season boost, it's about creating a self-sustaining system that gets better every year. Avoid overuse of chemical pesticides and fungicides, which can wipe out beneficial microbes along with the bad ones. Rotate crops to prevent soil fatigue and continuously add organic matter to keep the microbial buffet stocked. Over time, your soil will become more fertile, resilient, and balanced, reducing the need for external inputs altogether. Think of it as training your soil to take care of itself while delivering bigger, healthier harvests for you. As gardeners, we often look up at leaves and flowers to judge plant health, but the real story is happening underground. By biohacking your soil and unlocking its unseen microbes, you're not just feeding plants, you're awakening an entire ecosystem that works tirelessly in your favor. Whether it's through compost teas, biofertilizers, mycorrhizal fungi, or fermented extracts, every effort you make to nourish soil life comes back multiplied in plant growth and yield. If you found this guide valuable, imagine what we can achieve together by building a community of soil hackers. Subscribe to Crop Corner for more game-changing gardening tips. Share this video with your fellow growers, and let's turn every patch of soil into a living, thriving powerhouse. Your plants will thank you, and so will the planet.